gonna be short.
Control F.
Make sure though.
Is that what you did?
Yeah. I wrote Control F accessory apartment. And I came up with
Control
26.
F?
You do know with Adobe documents, like
Wait,
you
no,
scan
no,
in, you gotta run the OCR, right?
Oh, no, but there's like F1 too.
I have higher end.
No,
No, I explained to her second, I was like, how do you do that? I go like, hit the OCR button, and then just control it. She goes like,
Good, we're on.
that works like that? I'm like,
Okay.
And then you realize,
oh my gosh, this is a
I
game
have
changer.
higher end Adobe software. Not Adobe, but I have like,
so therefore,
Does,
will
she
not
has
happen
some
today?
program.
And apparently he's
It's
not available
advanced.
next
I
June
need it.
or July.
Yeah, you do. But you have to send the documents.
You're right.
The best feature on mine is I can replace a page. So when somebody's like sends me a substitute page,
With the correct
I
date.
can go insert, delete, and I'm not, printing and rescanning a document and everything.
Oh, you're just pulling out a page.
Yeah. Come on. Which is.
So what does she do to research that? What does she do on the computer?
Control
Oh.
F. That's it. It didn't do anything, it just gave you that box to type in what you're looking for.
Okay.
Search box.
Didn't, yeah. Listen, the box to look for things. Search box is too technical.
Okay, good, thank you.
Pandora's box.
Yeah.
And if you do partial words because you don't know how to spell, like me, it works too.
That's so cool.
Listen, I couldn't remember how to spell
I can show
arbitration
Boris
today.
now.
A-R-B-D.
I don't know how to use a keyboard. When I was in high school, some reason they thought that I was going to college, so I should learn how to type.
Typing class.
Typing class. I failed.
How'd you fail at?
I still had to take a typing class. And I will say when I
They
graduated.
didn't fail me. They passed me so I could graduate
Okay,
high school.
let's put it this way. There was a 2 in the year that I graduated. I didn't graduate in 19, I graduated in 20,
Oh,
Yeah, she's young though.
you're young.
but I still had to take a typing class
Yeah.
where I typed 70 words. So that was really, I'm taking a class.
I think I got maybe 10 words a minute.
I did like 60. That was pretty good. There were people who did like 100 something.
Oh yeah.
They tested
I was like, I can do
me
60, this is good.
so
I got
hard
110
because
of
it was all
them.
that
And
formatting, how to put tab stops
many
and
words
how to
is spelled
format
correctly?
letters. And now it just does it.
Don't go.
You gotta go back and like,
Right,
spend
then
10
you
minutes
Test out of it
correcting.
because the test was ridiculously hard and you're like,
So if you're
nobody
the
is
driver,
going
do
to
you have
use
to sit
that.
there for 8 hours, or can you be wherever, and if you get the call, you run and get the ambulance?
No, I have 40 minutes.
Is that clock is slow, isn't it?
It's almost 5 minutes
She is
slow
young.
now.
She is. So are you.
Yeah, but I'm older than her.
Not that way.
I'm waiting for a call because my dad's in the
Who
hospital.
cares? It's
I
all
kinda
the
could-
personality. That's all that matters.
In that case,
My best buddy's 84.
I'm like 6 feet under and like sleeping in a casket. That is my personality.
Stop. No, you are funny.
So,
All right.
Okay.
Should we go live? I guess.
no, she's.
We are live.
Because
This stream, it's always, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Has anybody's
All
phone
right.
gone off? Are we getting phone calls yet?
All right. So welcome to the June 11th, 2024 Village of Warwick Planning Board. First thing we'll do is stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jesse Gallo,
Here.
Brian Barber,
Present.
Kerry Boland,
Here.
Scott Brown,
Here.
Bill Olson.
Here.
Vanessa Holland is absent. And Elizabeth Cassidy.
Here.
Keith Woodruff.
Alright. So the first thing we have here is acceptance of the May 14th, 2024 Planning Board minutes.
Move to accept the minutes.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Alright, no nays. Alright. We have 2 applications on the agenda. First is M&L Equity Auto for application for subdivision approval. They are not here today. The public hearing that was originally scheduled for today will be rescheduled, I guess, right?
Yes, the applicant indicated that they did not send notices in a timely manner that they didn't do the mailing on time. Mr. Krahulik has requested the August meeting. He's not available for the July meeting. So at this time, I would recommend a motion rescheduling the public hearing, subject to new notices for the August meeting.
Okay, that'd be August 13th, it looks like.
August what?
13th?
I move we reschedule the public hearing for M&L Equity Auto till August
13th.
13th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Alright, unopposed.
And you just have to change the date in that notice if you go
Okay,
right
and
back
put
up.
it back in the newspaper?
Yeah,
Oh,
but I
okay.
wouldn't do that until the end of July.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Alright, so that brings us to the second application on the agenda, 12 and 18 Galloway Road. Application for subdivision approval. Alright, so I think last time we spoke, we were gonna head to the ZBA. We did. Which you did?
Twice.
Twice, okay.
So much fun.
All right, so if you want to just give like a couple minutes of, as far as what happened there.
At the zoning?
Yep.
So they approved the variance for, what's the the setback or the distance between the greenhouse
greenhouse.
and the fence line is needed to be at least 10 feet. We're less than that in a
Right.
couple places, so I think that was the only variance there was.
Right, and then I think we discussed during the last meeting, we changed obviously the lot
Yes.
lines based on keeping it with the current fence line rather than
Yes, I think we
squirrely.
adopted all the recommendations.
Right. Okay. Keith, you had some comments I think from the
Yes.
last meeting, just to go over.
Yeah, so just to run through them real quick. Since there's no construction, the board can elect to waive the requirements to the site disturbance and construction aspects for the subdivision plan requirements checklist. The location of the existing water and gas services to each residence or each building has been shown on the plan. However, it does not show the septic or the sewer connections for each one of the services. So if it's not known, I would just verify either with the DPW or the sewer department just to make sure that the lot line change is not going to impact in the event that, say, one of the sewer services is in the property.
Coming this way or something like that.
Right, so it's not going to impact, because if it does, then an easement would need to be created to reflect that.
Well, we know that, I mean, it's not shown because I don't think they could really reliably mark it out, but we know it's right in
Straight
line
out.
with the water lines.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then I would
so-
just put a note on the plans, just denoting that the subdivision will have no impact to the existing sewer services to each of the residential, or each individual lot. The table should be provided on the plans to denote who owns what lot. The Orange County tax map is gonna require the verification as to who the record owners are for each one of the, more so the 3 tax lots for which the lot line change is gonna affect. The 2 lots in the town of Warwick are no longer part of the application, so those can be omitted. But the 3 lots typically needs to be broken down as to who owns, or who the record owner is for each individual lot.
So, I just wanted, are you asking us to make additional drawing changes?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, unfortunately, because if this goes back to the county, if the record owners are not listed on the map, they will deny the filing of the map.
Okay, because, I mean,
I know, it goes around in circles. I mean, the alternative is you can send the map to the county and have them verify that it is ready for filing.
and we can make the changes as long as we can sort of agree that we can move forward and get you the updated drawings.
Yeah, I don't think this is anything earth-shattering that's going to necessarily stop the
Okay.
movement of the project. It's just
Because
more.
we've already done this drawing 3 different times for,
Yep.
so.
And then the other two were just in regards to the EAF questions 12A and 12B, as far as the designation of the historic district being in close proximity to the project, and then question 15 in regards to the Indiana bat being a protected species. The one thing that the planning board will request is the variance language be added to the plan. So that is something that the planning board typically asks for every single applicant to provide. So that will be something that the plan will be, will need to be revised to show.
Okay. So just whatever, a narrative from the zoning board summary.
Yeah, it's typically just
It's
the copy of.
It's the decision
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Decision.
Ashley
They-
gave you and
They'll-
that you have.
they'll
It
put it
has
here.
to,
Right there.
John McGoin should know
Yeah, he's done it.
what he
for-
has to do.
Well,
Sorry.
he hasn't.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. With respect, this is a lot line change, so just a couple of things. It is actually a type 2 action under seeker. So while it's nice to have the neat buttoned up EAF form, it's a type 2, so we don't have to undertake, and that's by your code. And I didn't draft a new memo on this because Mr. Dickover had previously drafted. I've reviewed it, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel there. You can waive any requirements that may not be on the plan. Also, in this instance, Chapter 121 makes a public hearing discretionary if you, as reason to believe that a public hearing on the application is needed. So your decision tonight is, one, is a public hearing necessary? And then two, I'm comfortable, and I don't, again, I'm new to this board, so I don't know procedurally. It sounds like the things that Mr. Woodruff has raised are all drawing elements that can be added after, as a condition of approval. There didn't sound like.
No, I think those all can be conditions.
Yep.
So if you're comfortable with that, one, we would waive the public hearing, and then two, grant a conditional approval. And I apologize, I didn't type up my resolution, but I could certainly do that after the fact based on this conversation to get it to the chair.
Yeah, I agree with that. Does anybody else have any concerns or questions? Or?
No?
I see no need for a public hearing.
No, you've already been to a public hearing for the ZBA. correct?
Right.
Yes.
So,
Formally move that.
Yes.
Should we make a motion, as she said, both covering the public hearing?
So
and
I'd like a motion waiving the public hearing, and that's in accordance with 121:16.
I'll make a motion as outlined as what she just said.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
aye.
Aye. And none opposed. And then we need a motion
To
to,
conditional approval?
Is it conditional approval upon meeting the recommendations of the,
a resolution for,
Aside from the EAF comments as to what Liz basically referred to, is that because it's type 2, then EAF doesn't need to be revised.
right.
And also that the ZBA wording has to be on the new.
Right. So just
Yeah.
so there's three elements we need to add to the drawing. One is some note about the sewer lines
Yep.
not needing an easement. We'll somehow, I guess, we'll annotate property, who owns which lot.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just as simple as, I mean, the owners are listed here, but it's
Yeah.
only listed by mailing address.
Okay.
So it could be just as simple as listing the existing section block and lots, which are detailed up and above.
Okay.
So
So
it
just
could
adding
just
some
be-
kind of a note to
Right.
say to clearly show whose lot is
Right,
which,
so two over here.
and then a summary of the zoning board.
Yeah, so it's, you
Well-
just take the decision, you can either
This
take
is-
the snapshot and just add it to the plans, or
Okay.
retype it if it.
And
Those-
John should know, John will know
John-
that, so.
Yeah, sure.
You have to
So
give
those-
him this decision
Yeah.
that you were emailed, yeah.
Okay. So those three things.
So I would make it, the approval conditioned on Mr. Woodruff's memo. And then I usually put, in my language, and again, I apologize, it's not typed up ready for you guys, ready to go, is that, upon the satisfaction that the condition, Mr. Woodruff would email you and say all the conditions are satisfied, and then Chairman Gallo can sign the plat, and then it can go get recorded. All of that would occur after this evening. So That language is typically there, and then I always add, these are the applicant to pay all fees and applicant to obtain any permits. You don't need any
Yeah.
permits, but I just add that as boilerplate.
I'll make a motion if she says it.
Motion
Is there
for
s-
conditional approval?
Yeah, is there a
Okay.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who seconded that? Thank you, Scott.
I think that's it. So I think basically your next step is to go and
Yeah, we'll
get
get
that
John
updated.
to, we'll get those three elements updated and then get it back over to Kristen.
And then, right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
And then Keith, you'll look at those once I get them, and then he'll approve it, and then I'll just call Jesse and he'll sign it.
Great.
Do you guys have any questions?
I don't think so. I think that was, yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
I'll type up the language and hand it to you next.
Almost.
That'd be great.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Move to adjourn.
Or second?
I second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I'll say no.
All in favor?
All in favor? You all said yes?
I heard yeses from everybody.
He's gonna say nay, and I'm gonna abstain just to make it more complicated.